Well, everybody, I'm in Tajikistan, and look at this. Not too far from the border, there's an area called the Seven Lakes. And so I thought, okay, let's go and have a look. And this is what the trail's like coming towards the top. Nice big rocks, lots of water leading up into the mountains up there. But so far, Tajikistan is absolutely beautiful. It's weird because as much as Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan and things are very nice, I really felt that my journey started here uh, because it was Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan and Mongolia that were like my real highlights. I expected to be my real highlights of the trip. So, yeah, and here I am. And it's not disappointing. And the bike is getting covered in crap, and it sounds like bits are falling off it, but she's still going. So, let's hope it stays that way. Okay, let's go up. Well, I've made it to my camp for the night, and there's two things I'm going to say. First of all, you saw a little bit of the road earlier. It was a bit of a tough trail coming up, and yeah, but I made it. The bike was fine, a lot of rattling, but everything seemed okay. But look at this. This is the last lake of the Seven Lakes, and as me, there's a group of 4x4 guys from Malaysia, and they're driving to the UK via Russia and Nordkapp in Norway, so that's an epic trip of theirs. There's nature, there's the bin, it seems, and there's a good group of people who have brought their own speaker, which is nice for everybody. But then you see this. Look how beautiful this mountain is. Yeah, and it's the first time since leaving Russia that I've actually been cool. So I'm still in a t-shirt and things, but they've told me that it cools down quite a bit at night, which I'm really looking forward to, because it'll be, yeah, I think it's going to be a beautifully starry night, and a bit of a cold night, and I'm tucked up in my sleeping bag in my tent. Will be perfect after, what is it, maybe almost 2 weeks of sweating my arse off in 35 plus degrees. Having this, I wanted to actually swim in this, but I chickened out because it is really cold. Because I think we're actually about, right now I think we're about 1400 meters above sea level. So in the daytime when the sun's out, it's still pretty warm. It's not as hot as it was in Uzbekistan, but it's still pretty warm. But at night, it's really changes and goes down apparently. But look at this. I mean, it is just beautiful. Only a few people. Hopefully they quieten down. But yeah, made it. My first night in Tajikistan, and this is what I get to experience. So it's a pretty good start. Yeah, anyway, that's it. I'm gonna have some noodles. A little bit of an add-on, I just checked. Actually, I'm at 2,408 meters right now, so it is quite high. Yeah, but it's beautiful. Really, really nice. Anyway, signing off. Well, woke up this morning to this. Yeah, beautiful. Still as beautiful as yesterday when I arrived. But it was a really great night's sleep. I was really hoping to see the stars, but sadly, in one ways, it was a really, really bright full moon that came up just in between this V. So it, yeah, I mean, it shed a beautiful light on the area, but it did drown out the stars. But still, a great place to wake up to. Yeah, that's it. Met some great people. The Singaporeans and Malaysians and their 4x4s. Some of them have already gone. There was a big group. I mean, even in these small places, these little tents here are put up by local people in a local village, which is just down the road, down here, back where I'm going to be going. And they put them up, and you can just rent them. So yeah, these people just on this donkey. Yeah, people came up. The sad thing is, though, is that they leave this kind of garbage everywhere. which is a bit rubbish in such a beautiful place. And there's plastic from their beer bottles and water bottles and things over there. Hi! So yeah, it's a little bit of a shame, but hopefully, I don't know, the local government or somebody will clean it up. But yeah, but it was good, it was very nice. And today I have to go to Dushanbe. So it's 280 kilometers back down the trail, turn right, and then continue on what looks like a really beautiful road through the Van Mountains. Yeah, and then I turn right again and to Dushanbe. So yeah, it's really a really cool place, I have to say. And the one thing that I'd say that is a lifesaver when I'm camping is this thing. I don't know if any of you have seen it. This. It's a coffee filter, but it's super light, and you just hook it onto your mug, put some fresh coffee in it, and pour over your boiling water. It's like a drip coffee thing, but waking up and knowing you can have a really decent coffee is yeah, it's quite nice, because even though my camping kit's nice and my sleeping mat's nice and I wasn't cold at all, it's never a really good night's sleep. So yeah, I do need a bit of a boost in the morning to wake up. But yeah, look, if you see in the distance up there, there's some smoke. I don't know if you can see it, but there's some smoke. Some people living. Hi, morning. Yeah, good. How are you? Yeah, very good sleeping, thanks. Yeah. There's some people living up on this mountain up here. It's really amazing. I spoke to one of the local guys actually, and they said that nobody lives up here in the winter time because it'd be impossible, because it'd just be completely snowed in. But there's a village which is about 3 kilometres down the road, and they live there. And I can't see how that wouldn't be snowed in either, but they manage apparently. And in this little house here, there's an old guy. He's growing some things, and I think this is his vegetable patch here. And he lives in the village down the road, but in the summertime he likes to move up here. And he's built himself a little outhouse over there, and he's got a tiny little place of his own, and he just lives here. And comes and kind of, I don't know if you'd say begs as such, but he comes and asks if anyone's got any food that they've got left over from their picnics, and yeah, he just takes it and has it, which is quite cool, I think. Yeah, it's quite nice. And he wakes up to this every day, so yeah, lucky him. So yeah, down the road, struggle through this trail and onto Dushanbe, so it should be cool. I'll speak to you later. I've just come out of the tunnel. There it is, the black hole of death, and I've come out to this. Wow, huh? It is unbelievably beautiful, this place. Yeah, I passed one of the local guys who was at the hostel as well. Not the hostel. Hi. Oh, hey. Here they are. I was just... Well, there's a bit of a convenience. I was just talking about the hostel guy saying about a valley, and that was him pulling up in his silver car. And he said this is the start of the valley that he spoke to me about. And actually he works for land registry in Tajikistan, and was telling me that 93% of the country is mountainous. So just imagine, and you can believe it, I've only been riding next to mountains since I've come in yesterday. But yeah, this is amazing. Anyway, on to Dushanbe.